Alright, it's noisy because the lathe is running. Just wanted to show you guys a close-up of some of the gears. Showed you that. If I showed you the gears running down below, but anyhow. So this is the headstock where I was working. So that grease, sorry, that Zerk fitting, I'm using oil, and that's the bushing that I replaced and reamed and fit and everything. That side I plugged, so that's the needle bearing side, and it's I'm feeling it. It's running cold as a cucumber, which I expected it should, but you know, you wanna, and I'm not running that fast. You can see the belt is chooching along there, only a couple hundred RPM. But it's nice to see all the gears, and I put a little lube, that Lucas STP super stringy dingy lubricant on everything. You turn it down. Alright, that's super slow. And like I said, that's the item of interest there. All that work for that casting right there. Like I said, I replaced where the set screws are by the pulley. That's a needle bearing, 1 inch in length, 5/8 by 7/8 by 1 inch long. And I replaced the oil light bushing with a brand new one on this side. And I still got the Zerk fitting for that heavy oil that I've been using, not grease. And people say, you know, how do you know Hendey used grease? Well, there's the cover I took off, right? How do you know? So that's a little trap door for that grease fitting. Well, there was 2 in there, but clearly it says grease. But I'm not a big proponent of using grease on oil light bushings. Unless they're going super slow, but they're not. So the spindle will do 2,000 RPM. These pulleys are almost the same size. I think within 92% is the difference. They're about the same. So call it the same. It's actually a little reduction here. So if the spindle is 2,000 RPM, this shaft is 1,800. So that shaft and that bronze bushing can see 1,800 RPM. If it's fit well, like in an electric motor, that's no fine. But this thing was wore out, and I think it was wore out because they were using grease, as per Hendey's recommendations. But like I said, I didn't have to modify the casting, I didn't have to bore anything, so I went back with the bushing. But the side that has the belt tension, the side load from the belt, I put the needle bearing in because it slid right in. And like I say, at the bottom, that's the single dog clutch. Neutral, feed towards the headstock, neutral, feed towards the tailstock. And when you go in neutral, the change gears stop, and that's that single dog clutch. Alright, just thought you wanted to see some of the gears in motion. Very successful repair. I know, I'm more excited than you guys are, I know. This thing's ready. Oh, and then, like I said, I cut out the casting in case I want to run the belt out and have a motor on the back. Okay. All right, enough of this. Doozer shop.